Remember Rudy Red Nose and how it's up there for one of the worst things I've ever covered? Well, get ready for another from that same company, The Frog King! It's unfortunately time once again to enter the digital world. Luckily, it's a small world. The stupid movies by Digital World really feel like fever dreams, and everything you loved about the horrible combination of animation and shit-tacular dubbing from Rudy Red Nose is back in The Frog King. So yes, once again, we're getting the auditory treat that is an EastWest dub. Or you can call it an art media dub, or you can call it dubbing company written in crayon on a cardboard box dub. So just like with Rudy Rotten Ass, EastWest has completely screwed this frog thing up even further with the botchy transfer to DVD making the picture all jumpy. The most likely cause of this was them screwing up the interlacing process somewhere between the transferring of this from PAL to NTSC. I have a German version of this movie which is cropped on the sides a bit, but you can see that it originally didn't look like this. It still doesn't look great, but really nothing in the world could make this movie look great. Unless maybe you did one of those reanimation projects on it, but then the audio would still suck, so I guess you'd have to replace that, and at that point you might as well just make a whole new movie. So, with The Frog King, it does at least have the original music tracks on the dub from hell, but even then it's been made worse as they managed to drop the audio quality severely. This is quite the dose of analog horror here with this dark and weirdly silent owl, which is also quite ironic considering that this is a movie from a company called Digital World and released on a non-analog format. This isn't helped by the fact that the first word spoken in both the English and German versions is help.
Hilfe! Hilfe! Help me!
I don't know why the camera shoots back to the owl for no reason. The East-West dub line placement makes it seem like the owl is talking, but it's not supposed to be.
Wait, I will help you!
I don't know what I love more, the fact that that was barely coherent, or the fact you could hear them drop something during the line read. And don't worry, the original German version, while better on the technical side, is its own brand of incompetent. Whee! There's nothing more fun than throwing yourself down a well. Well, I suppose that is more fun than watching this movie.
Flecky! Mama!
So, what looks to be a dog shooting up from the well somehow was actually a deer, which they decide to wonderfully frame during its reunion with its mother.
I did another good deed!
I suppose I am impressed that a frog can toss a fawn straight out of a well. Digital World seems to be under the impression that people will be in awe of slowly panning shots of their shitty backgrounds. Wow, I suppose I am in awe of that wonderful title sequence. Even centering their damn title is too much for Digital World. Bevanfield is a thrill ride compared to this. Never have I been so aware of the passage of time. Gee, it sure is boring around here is an understatement.
Hey, excuse me.
Can that stupid jester just stop beating off in front of us?
Hilda, my oldest.
Always good to remind your kid who they are once in a while.
When are you going to celebrate your marriage?
Well, seems like it's gonna be a necro marriage.
In 10 days, Daddy.
This king sure loves chewing cud while his dead daughters stare at the camera. It's amazing for an animation to be such a bad actor.
Louise, my second oldest. Hopefully you are going to make us happy with your nice song on her wedding day.
Digital World has some nerve releasing this upon us. No kid ever made it through this garbage. And of course, all the king's daughters are just the little boy voice.
Listen to what I have practiced.
Must have practiced quite a while to nail those notes like that. Once again, though, this wasn't good in the original German audio in the first place. The EastWest dub was better there. Yes, I seriously just said that. And Digital World couldn't handle this complex animation for La La La's arms as they jump around.
Mary, my third child, would you charm us with your lovely dancing?
Whoa, they at least remembered to pipe the music back in for this wonderful dance. She calls this one the waltz of getting blammed off Newgrounds. Remember that? No? Okay.
And Isabel, my youngest, what are you gonna do to win your sister's wedding day?
What's she gonna do to ruin her sister's wedding day? Probably stand around silently opening and closing her mouth.
I don't have to sing or dance or another way to make a fool out of myself. Just my shining beauty will be enough.
True, your shining beauty will make a fool out of you in no time. I don't care for shining beauty, I much prefer shinning beauty.
I have never seen such shining fruits.
So they cannot take their eyes off of me.
Shuffle the papers, shuffle the papers.
Oh no!
I can't find my damned next line. Well, whatever you do, make sure you don't leave a bunch of dead air in the cartoon.
You are so mean. Or you are just jealous that I'm more beautiful than you.
I don't know about that. We can still see the cartoon too well to call anyone beautiful. Maybe if we blur and pixelate it a bit more. Yeah, there. Now maybe someone's beautiful. Who can tell?
I don't care about the wedding.
Yeah, it'll never top the thrill ride that's been this dinner.
I have something better in mind.
A no frames of animation walk cycle that is still somehow jerky as fuck. After the wacky offy jester returns, we get black frames before going to the next shot. Because every aspect of this needs to be the absolute worst thing anyone could ever possibly do. Seriously, it's hard to even try to make something this bad.
Look out for my new dress. I am going to the village and have match for my golden hair.
What are we listening to? What are we looking at? Just be thankful that this movie isn't capable of producing a smell. Oh, that's cute. What the hell perspective is that? If the road actually dips down that far, people are gonna die trying to get to Castle Boredom. I hate my kingdom and everything in it. So the princess floats around the ground to the roar of nothing, and don't worry, it was always this incompetent. Digital World's animation and EastWest dubs. It's a winning combination!
What in the fuck?
The princess of audience hate plays with her little ball until the music gives up and dies.
What in the fuck?
You want to know how long this goes on? It's seriously just 3 seconds under 4 minutes of nothing being said or happening here. Dingo Pictures is Walt fucking Disney compared to this shit. It's way better in German though, as she says la 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 some during this. What kind of sick, depraved mind comes up with this garbage?
Oh, wait. Not so quick.
Ugh, not so close. Yikes, these characters are terrifying.
I will get you.
There's barely any points in this where there's lip flaps that make any kind of sense, and still they couldn't get the lines anywhere close. Is this supposed to be exciting? Who knows?
Wait, I will get you. In a moment.
Oh, get the hell out of here, you stupid deer. We've had enough of you and your Rudy Poo Nose gang. I'll catch it in the bar. What's this? I die. Seriously, what are we watching?
Ha ha. You hide. Wait, I am coming.
I've been doing this for 17 years now, and you know what? It's just not worth it. I quit. Whoa, wait a second. Is that animation that would even bear us an early 90s screensaver? I better stick around. What the hell is that? Or that for that matter? What is any of this?
Oh, my dearest, gold pieces, nothing is more beautiful than you. Only I am more beautiful.
Nothing is more beautiful than you, only I am more beautiful. Is this real life? What happened? Where am I? Finally, some action.
Oh, my beautiful marble.
Oh, sure! That makes sense as long as this cartoon is taking place on the moon! Now, get ready for an amazing water splash effect. Eat your heart out, Turtles 3. It was at this point all the children were on the edges of their seats wondering if this barely animated twat would get her marble back. Oh, give me a damn break! This goes on for 1:10 of her just sitting there. For shit's sakes, I was never a great Flash animator, but I made Dragon Ball Z, is that okay, just 2 years after this stupid movie came out? That's either sad or wonderful, considering how you think about that, I suppose.
As a matter of fact, it isn't.
Which, by the way, the game Sparkling Zero referenced, which is amazing.
My friends seem to think it's justified to let you live here on Earth, Vegeta. But as a matter of fact, it isn't.
Oh? Well, I'm here to stay. Is that okay?
As a matter of fact, it isn't.
Anyway, I'm just trying to avoid this void of all that is good in the universe at this point.
What's wrong, princess?
Is that fox squirrel thing saying that? Or is it supposed to be the frog who shows up slightly after? Well, no dialogue is spoken until the frog shows up on the German one, so I guess that's our answer.
You are crying. A rock would feel pity for you.
You know how empathetic those ropes are. And again, more moon gravity.
I cry because my golden marble fall down in the fontaine.
It sure is a way to talk.
Stay still and stop crying. I will help you, but I do want to be rewarded for my help.
Oh, sure, I got a reward for you right here. Ah!
Whatever you want, dear frog. My clothes.
Oh, please, keep your damn clothes on.
I don't want your clothes, but if you love me,
I'll get you your marble back if you love me.
and I can be your friend and playmate,
Getting worse, Sir Frog.
when I sit next to you at the table, can eat from your golden plate, drink from your cup,
Oh, you can have a drink from my lead Garfield McDonald's coupe.
and I can sleep in your bed, I will dive down and get your golden marble.
This guy was on a list before he got turned into a frog, right?
Yes, I promise you everything. That stupid frog.
Doesn't even know how to fall right.
Can talk whether he wants.
Meanwhile, I don't even get a second take.
Promises something to a frog? Nonsense. I am not taking that frog with me to the castle.
I would say you don't need to say this out loud, but I can't stand any more long drawn out silences in this movie, so go ahead, blab about nothing until your tongue falls out.
I'm going to get my marble back.
Whoa, the betrayal. I'm sure that frog will be online within seconds complaining that he's such a nice guy, though.
You promise. You have to do what you got agreed. And you, Maury?
I was taking barley.
Very nice. And how are you, Hilt?
I made my wedding wall.
I might as well just be watching the German version for how much sense is being made in English here.
Fantastic. And what did you want, youngest daughter? To do kill time?
Oh, please stop! Time is already dead!
I was bored stiff today.
And somehow the Princess of Nonimation's boredom didn't translate into our excitement! Weird! Wait, what the hell was that? Why would they animate her going cross-eyed to cockeyed?
She is bored stiff all the time.
Get it? Just like you, audience. We hate you! At this point, I absolutely long for the exciting SummerSlam main event that Mick Foley almost booked in 2000.
As commissioner of the WWF, I understand that SummerSlam is one of the biggest nights of the year. That's why I have decided to book in the main event Test versus Rodney.
That sounds stinky.
Yes, I'm just trying to talk about anything other than this movie again, so bring on Test versus Rodney.
Hey, Frog.
Hey, Nushi.
Hi, Moosey. Well, that clears everything up.
You are safe today, aren't you?
You are sane today, aren't you? You know, that is a question that probably has to be asked in real life more and more often.
A kiss from a princess will turn me back into the person I was before.
Then I have to go back into hiding.
Poor Frog. You will have to wait another 100 years before a princess come by.
How does this squirrel fox thing know that? A mouth kind of bouncing around the face is good enough to convey talking, right? Oh, and this thing is another type of creepy on the German track.
Wartest du immer noch darauf, in einen schönen Prinzen verzaubert zu werden?
All princes I know are arrogant and selfish, and they will never took or kiss a slippery green frog. Sure they will. Sure they will.
I do believe that was the frog's line, not yours. Oops.
Sure they will. Sure they will.
Ik 16.
Well, go. You are now here. I'm curious how far you come.
Well, they attempted to do a voice, and it rendered the dialogue completely incomprehensible.
And you can't jump from tree to tree.
I know. I am not to either.
I don't know who the hell is talking anymore.
It's so far away for a frog.
The EastWest dubbers then just completely fall asleep and nothing is said again for 3 minutes and 14 seconds. And it's not even them talking again at that point, it's just the German song by the Jester being left in all its low-quality wonder. But at least we get this zoom in on the frog during this creepypasta-level stupid silence. This time, it is just the English dub at fault, as we're supposed to be hearing the frog's inner dialogue at this point.
Komm ich mit meinem kurzen kleinen Froschbein ins Schloss.
Though we get a random black frame during the dialogueless conversation of the animals here, and that is just Digital World being Digital World. Sometimes frogs just think about boots. Something to think about. I can seriously see time passing. And this awkward, completely silent transition from day to night is exactly the same on both language versions. Anyway, the Jester song is apparently giving us some of the backstory of the horrible "let me sleep in your bed, prince," but that wasn't important to translate at all. We can only assume that he pissed in these fairies' pond, so they made him a frog. Then we slowly zoom in on the rabbit for no reason, just for it to suddenly jerk farther into the background. Guess Digital World was proud of that screw-up, so they wanted to highlight it. La la la, the princess lost her marble. Ha ha ha, stupid surprised frog. Well, this sure wastes more time. We clearly didn't want to make a movie, but for some reason we did it anyway. Oh, and Digital World apparently thought Jester Boy here was the breakout character or something and made him the star of one of their 3 other movies, which, as far as I know, just like the Rudy Red Nose sequel, never got an English dub. I mean, if you want to classify what we're experiencing here as an English dub. Oh good, I'm glad they showed the scroll roll back up, otherwise I'd be confused.
You are not here. I will help you.
You shouldn't have done that.
You saved my Flecky.
Could you just stay away from my Flecky? What the hell are you talking about? I guess the frog is now cashing in on saving the stupid fawn from the beginning, so Mother Deer has to haul that frog ass to the castle. Oh, good. It's the same action music as when Rudy Rotten Ass took 10 years to find Santa in the snow. This has a little more animation, though, I guess. Though it looks like the deer is about to break her legs several times. Yes, it seriously fades from walking into more walking and then goes longer than the music track. One Digital World zombie apocalypse later, they finally arrive at Castle Boredom, and then it slowly fades out to the jester feeling himself in a field.
There he is. He's going to the shed.
Then, guess what? We go back to the same damn dinner scene again!
Good morning, King. Princess Isabel invited me to have a dinner with you.
No, I didn't.
Tell your father what has happened.
My marble fell into the wheel and a goat, and he got him out.
Promise makes quilt. You will eat next to you.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit next to him. He is blurry and creepy.
Well, pot meat kettle, Princess Blurry and Creepy.
For the last time, I will tell you to keep your promise.
Whatever else I'm saying isn't important.
I won't do it. I still find you creepy.
This will truly be a love to last a lunchtime. Was that the frog trying to steal a kiss? Get some consent, you frog freak!
Isabel, listen to your father. Take the frog and take him to your room.
He tried to force himself on you. Yeah, take him to your room.
Okay, I agree.
My daughter, I'm so happy for you.
What happened?
If we kiss now, we will turn back into prince and princess, and then we will live happily ever after.
We don't want to live happily ever after with you, you sick freak! So, one kiss makes her a frog, but another turns them both back human? Did the jester explain this in his boring song time? After another frog assault, the ugly frogs turn into ugly humans. And also, the ugly fairies are there, because the Frog Prince learned a real lesson. No means do it anyway, apparently. This should be watched by absolutely no one. It was trying to warn you with its abysmal quality.
I'm so happy for you.
Why? I don't know.
Started telling.
Can't you change back those animals for us? Abracadabra! We will change them back for you.
So, very randomly, the squirrel thing and the rabbit thing get transformed too.
Oh!
Great. Now you all have a husband.
I always wanted you to marry random wild animals. Like, were these guys originally humans too? It wasn't mentioned if they were.
Sister, congratulations. You will be happy together.
You don't know that! We hate each other. True love. This has been one of the hardest things to sit through in script. Like a lot of EastWest DVDs, it chops the credits off, but that probably is the best for anyone involved in the creation of the black hole of enjoyment that is Digital World's The Frog King. Oh, and EastWest actually do us another big favor here. They not only just chopped off the credits, but they actually chopped off the whole last scene of the idiots doing some stilted movement that is supposedly dancing and then riding off to die in the frog's abandoned castle. And now I am going to the shit again. Ugh. Hello, Phyllis. Let me sleep in your bed. Oh, gross. So stupid this is. Oh, yeah. Deceived. Wabon. Hate. Frog. What? I also hate that frog. But I love you, Rudy. Let me move in with you and eat your food. What? Never animate me like this again. Oh, Wabu. What?